Hi guys, Button here. Just wanted to introduce a new type of idea for the channel. I wanted to introduce maps and not necessarily like a tank, but just like an overall feel and like some ideas of how you might be able to approach maps differently. I don't think I'll be doing all the maps. Some maps are a little too simple for this type of explanation, but I think one map with a lot of complexity and a lot of interesting ways to approach it is Castilla. And I'm gonna go around Castilla and I'm gonna show you guys the map as a whole and what I think you can do on it. So first, quickly getting out of the way, it's this climb here. You want to like put your right tracks towards the little bit on the rock, get up on the hill, and once you're here, what you're gonna do is just try and knock this tree down the best you can manage. That way you have a bush in front of you. And once they're in like the 200-ish meter range, so like say like if they're here and the here in heavies won't get you spotted, but that and like a med will definitely will. Like if a med's playing here, like definitely watch out. Med's playing here are an issue. Definitely if one's playing here, that's a problem. And yeah, like you need to get a feel for it. It's definitely different on every tank, and that's like something you're definitely gonna watch out. It's an interesting way to play it. You can boost one of your friends up there in like a pub or something, and that's gonna really help him out. On Castilla, on the A cap and comp, though some teams I only seen Pond to do it, but they'll like send like Ranger here, who's like a T100 player, and he's gonna try and like crossfire this out. You will never see that in a pub game unless they're like in your game for whatever reason, but something to watch out for. Generally for A count resets, you're gonna be like looking to about like here and this rock. Alternatively, like here is also a good one. This rock is also a problem. This bush is a problem. I don't really think like if you want a cap A, just definitely just like watch out for that. Like there's no need to like do too much in Castilla. You could also like knock this tree down in front of you, but like this doesn't really do much. Like you can like play for this bush, play off of this bush, play off of that tree. Like some people what they like to do, for example, is like as they're pathing in, they'll like try and just knock down this and then just like hide behind it. That way you're like double bushed. And you can just shoot this one in front. I rarely see people do that. And to be honest, it's so extra. I don't really think you should. One cool thing you can do on this map is like if you're really paying attention and if you like kinda come in, I want to say it's about here, you can like fall down onto this, and then suddenly you have like this little angle that you can use to play on. I don't really use it all that often. In fact, I've used it once in my entire Blitz career, like 60,000 battles, I want to say. That can like make things happen. It's a cool little thought to think of. If they push past, it can be kind of awkward. I think I can imagine that being like good in an E6 or something. But yeah. So how I would approach the A fight is like if I had like a lot of turret armor and if I was like pretty fast, I might peek here for info. If I was at the only med, I'd be more aggressive. But generally, it's like this fight is something like you really need to watch out for because they can obviously shoot from like here. Actually, I should be more specific. They can shoot from there. And they can like shoot from like back here. You kind of need to get a feel for it. There's so many situations in Blitz, but generally, if you have a good turret, I think you should be more aggressive. If you have a weak turret, be more passive. Once they're here, go for tracking shots. A lot of heavy tank players can play here. That's definitely a little scary. Uh, One thing you definitely can look out for is this spot here. You get to just do this, get on the hill. This spot got nerfed and then patched, but it's still crazy good. And if they're coming up, block them like so. Just use your little tank. Just block them from getting up. Be careful from getting shot like from here and like here. You can also use this spot here and like peek up for info. That's super chill. That's gonna be very good. To get to here, you can do it in a few different ways. I'm not too sure if you can do it like this. I want to say you can. That's one way you can do it. And the other way you can get up here is if you come like so. This is the easiest way to do it. This is typically how I normally come up here. But these rocks and stuff, you kinda need to be fast to do it, and you kinda like need to know which ones. Like this one, for example, you can do it, but not every one of them you can do it in every tank, so you just like gotta know a few. That'll get you like some sniping spots into C, by the way. This is I'll show you guys my new light tank initial for a lot of these for like the south side. Is just that a lot of people like to play here in T100 or like in other lights. So I've just been recently playing this bush early to try and counter that. And the benefit is that if they don't go this way, like for example, if there's no one here, you can peek up spot C and you can come over here, get this spot as well, and then as an exit, you come here, and then you hide under like so. It's super good. You come up here, and then suddenly this is spotted, and then that is spotted. It's super good. Highly recommend it. It's become a new favorite way to like spot up Castilla, and yeah, there's like a lot of fun, cool text. That's a really common bush a lot of people play. Definitely blind fire that. You can get up here in T100. I don't know what this does, to be honest. I've never used it before. But hey, it exists. Generally speaking, if your whole team is like up med and stuff, and they're like going to the Castilla, cool place, let's play windmill. You can just like passively hold it, it'll be good. You just like spot up occasionally, don't overextend. Tank destroyers love to play here, and that's gonna be super scary. I actually do play here in light tanks a lot. It's really good. I'll have like a replay for that, and that's gonna be generally really exciting. But one last spot I want to show, it's here. You can push this tree down, and you can just try and make this work as a bush. You can be technically double bush if you do this, but it's really just a single bush. Just be careful for a lot of angles. You can't really stay here for too long a lot of the time. And yeah, that is like my brief introduction of Castilla. And why don't I show like I have two games I can show on Castilla where I play like some of the spots to some effectiveness. We can go over them really quickly. I have, let's see, one, two, three replays, I believe, I favored on Castilla. This one is in the M60. I'm with, oh, there's Raxi in this. I'm playing with Raxi, and I'm going to just, this is a ratings game, so I'm not going to do common things. People in ratings like to play really differently than they do in pubs. So what I'm going to try and do is provide a lot of crossfire for my team and alternatively spot up C. I actually know that this concept here, he doesn't really have a lot of C spots. In fact, I'll just get to them first. So that's going to be super good. What I'm worried about here is like the grill. He can shoot me, and that's very scary. You definitely don't want that to happen. I spot this I7, and Nave gets to shoot it. Uh, I spot the E5 as well, and basically these two heavy tanks. I don't really want to shoot them because then I'll just get spotted, and then the whole rear of the grill is just gonna shoot me. The grill is spotted. He doesn't see me yet. I'm gonna go for a tracking shot. So hopefully Nave can shoot that, and yeah, they can. Grill definitely does have the elevation, but I was kind of chancing it on the miss, or and he does super good. Navi gets the shot, and I'm already racking up a little bit of assistance damage. And the cool thing about M60 is that I'm hold down to the E5 and the I7, and these Castilla tanks on the hill, they definitely do have shots, but if I'm moving back and forth, it's kind of hard for them to hit it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. You're weak to Castilla, but strong to C. Yeah, you can already see that these pot shots are coming in, but if they can shoot me, I can most likely shoot them. I'm just worried about peeking into the grill, so I'm going to create gun depression by backing up. That's going to be good. Our team on Castilla, on the seaside, they're looking really good. They're gonna like easily win their side. Nave's trying to do his best. He's holding off, but I'm okay with letting him go. The real winning play is to just farm the Castilla hill, get all of our guns on the hill into this fight, and it's looking very good. I do have, it looks like three tanks on me here with the IS-7, the E5, and the grill. Cool thing is, none of them have the gun elevation to shoot me, not even the grill. So they gotta push forward to where I have gun depression on them, and in exchange, they can get shots to me. I'm full hit points though, so at this point in the game, I know my team's gonna win. Everything is looking good. I7, I think, puts in a shot into me. E5 puts in a shot into me. But now I'm hold down. I can make this spot work. Everything is going to be good. The sad thing is, I blew my repair kit, so I'm definitely watching out for that. He goes into, I believe it's my gun manlet, or it could be my gun. I pull off another bounce here. And this is just like a great example where like things like go in your favor. The heavies push past, exactly what you want in an M60. And it's going great. I'm manufacturing gun depression. They can't really push me. If I was the heavy tanks in this situation, what I would have done is I honestly just would have just stayed on the sea hill, sniped out the mediums, and then just have accepted the loss. I feel like pushing into the M60, it doesn't get you the win. I mean, you think it like creates a chance. It really doesn't. It's just kind of pointless. I wouldn't have done it personally, and I don't think as a play it makes any sense. But they tried their best, and I totally respect that. So now I'm going to show you a totally different example of how to play Castilla. So it's going to be this game, also in the M60. I'm with my platoon mate, and I have a really different perspective on how to handle this because I have a friend that I want to communicate with, and I want to help him do well. Like, I want to help him do really well in this game. And one thing that most people don't expect in a pub or a ratings game is the back corner climb I just showed you. Um, I want to guys let you guys know that like when I teach something, oftentimes it's really situational, but thankfully sometimes the situation comes up. Let the tank that wants to be boosted go up the hill. I told him exactly what he needs to do. I even shoot my gun trying to give him a little guide. He's never really done this before, so I wanted to try and be clear with my instructions on how to do it. And yeah, he's gonna do this right. He's gonna line up. It's a little off, I do have to admit, but it's just enough. Girl's pretty fast, and that's all I need to do. Unfortunately, this does jeopardize my timing. I told him that he needs to knock down the tree. He definitely knows that the tree needs to be in front of his tank. And now I need to cover the grill. It's my job now to. It's like a symbiotic situation. I spot for him. He farms off. He gets damage. I get assistance. And unfortunately, I don't spot the lion there, but we're doing managing. I do believe I proxied out a lot of these. I definitely know I didn't spot the Minotaur, for example. That definitely wasn't me. But as these heavy tanks are gonna come in, the Minotaur is gonna come in. I'll get a lot of assistance damage off of that. We got the grill in the back. He's definitely gonna start farming. And one thing to note is that there is a T100 LT in this game. If he's playing very certain spots, if the SCB-1's playing certain spots, the grill needs to get off the hill. He does that. The grill doesn't get spotted by the heavy tanks below, but the grill can get spotted by, I think, like the mediums. Because the mediums have 290 view range, and it could be very scary. I know grill has camo net, and that can definitely reduce some of it. But when you shoot your gun, you have like 2% camo rating, if I recall correctly. So definitely be careful. I've already farmed like a crazy amount of assistance damage this game. The E6 gets blocked there, and at this point the game is over. And my mentality has shifted. I'm looking to maximize my base XP for this game. I was looking for the M16 mastery, and one way I was going to do it is just by getting out this Minotauro. I wanted to kill. I asked for a shop to come in. One thing I do to my platoon mate is I communicate exactly what I want from them. I tell them I asked if possible, I will tell them who to shoot, where to go, and where I'm going to go so that he knows exactly what I want from him. There is no room for interpretation, and it might seem a little too how should I say it, overwhelming and oppressive. It's just like how my communication style is as a player. I just like I have ideas and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and I'm just gonna drive across for this lion. I'm just gonna push into cover. I'm not really looking to push into kill. I was looking to just hide. Once my ammo rack was damaged, I knew I couldn't get the kill. So just getting penned once there, it was really tragic. Especially now, this Leo is gonna farm out this 1-1B. The T100 LT is potentially on like 1,000. My platoon mate at the time told me that like he did go for a blind shot, so he could be on like 1,000 damage. He could be on 200. He was like on 200. So that was that. That game was done. That's like a good way to like be supportive, be helpful on a Castilla game. Just generally look for some opportunities, some windows. You have to read each situation very differently. I take this tank onto so many different places across this map. It's a very flexible tank, and I thought that was very appropriate to show on Castilla. Finally, we have this game. I have another one of my clanmates on my team. This time it's Paffy. Earlier was Vaxi, and for this game, I look at their lineup. I see that they don't really have many medium tanks. It's just Pappy. I kind of know what Pappy does. He actually just plays A, to be honest, on both sides. So that means B is totally like wide open for me. I know that he plays A lot because in an earlier game I've played against him on the opposite side, I got farmed out so badly. It was unfortunate. I'm probably gonna show that clip as like a YouTube short or something for sure. It'll be my first YouTube short where I just get clipped on by my Origin clan mates. Very chill, very exciting. And I spot middle pretty passively because the 9-0 kind of outspots me, and I don't really like to take risks early game in this tank, but I see that we don't have A control. We have some things going on at C. We have this Emil pushing under, and I have time. I, I have 6 minutes left to play a Castilla, and there's a lot of things I can do to make things work. A lot of things that can come up. They could push our spawn. They could rotate back. They could be on the Castilla hill. I don't really know for sure, so I want to feel it out. So I'm gonna play one of the earlier spots I showed you, which is this actually. I wanted to show you guys that this spot does work, super viable. 50 bees behind the house, on the Castilla, and I'm gonna knock down this tree. There you go. I was able to knock it down. That's actually the right way. You need to like turn it a little so that way you get a lot more of this bush thing going on. It protects a lot more. Only weakness though is that it does not cover their spawn, and there's potentially a 268 and a grill in the back right. I don't and this Emil, he hasn't been spotted yet, which is definitely a good thing for him. But generally, this team is everywhere. This grill is in the back right. This 268's on the hill. Like they're everywhere. They're split, which in a Castilla game, pretty exciting if you're like a medium tank trying to farm. You definitely want to you definitely have a lot of opportunities for decision making. One thing to be concerned with, if you're playing this bush, most people actually don't know that this is an angle, so you could continue to play here just fine. But but if you keep shooting someone, they will potentially line up a shot on you, and you could get blind fired, and that could be a huge risk to deal with. So definitely watch out for that. Keep your eyes open, and just honestly just keep an open mind. One thing is that VK90, he's too far away to spot me. He's not within his view range. I was definitely looking at my rangefinder. Now that he's in 230 meters, 220, I know to instantly pull back after I shoot. I'm spotted. I could still play the hill though because there's this Yag Tiger here. I get a lucky max roll. I mean, it wasn't really that lucky. If anything, blame your VK45, your VK90 for getting shot all that much. It was really his fault that the Yak Tiger died, no one else's. And unfortunately, one of my teammates not really happy at me because I was definitely sniping from across the map. But that's the kind of thing that a lot of people don't do. They just like don't really know or understand when like certain spots are appropriate. I'm gonna go for like a little face hug gun block. It's gonna be pretty good, but I do pull out a shot pretty late, and VK90, I can't really pen AP from the front. I switch to heat. I'm gonna look for another shot in with heat. Goes into his upper plate, but he misses, and I have a lot of time. I'm thinking about going for a tracking shot. He switches the angle. I'm gonna shoot heat instead. I'm looking for a flat angle, and I have another one waiting. And he's going to try and angle his lower plate. M60 is about 340 pen. That's going to be very hard to do. He's side scraping out, so he has an advantage. I don't really want to bleed unnecessary shots. I have help behind me, and I definitely have an opportunity. Looks through a shot to the crack. I don't really have one, and I could just come in, pick up this kill. He doesn't really react to it. And now it's a 2v3. I have a full HP type, well, nearly full HP. He's like on 2100 HP. I think he's doing okay, and like one shot Paffy Loopy, potentially a bled 268. I think he was like on 600 HP if I remember correctly, 500, something like that. And a K91. I don't really remember how much HP he was on. I blind fired him once, potentially hit, potentially missed, but say he's on like 1,200. Really, we need to keep an open mind. But I look at this team, they're bled. I take this exact pathing and I go very straight so Pathfield won't spot me. I come in, I see this 268, I go for a tracking shot, he repairs it instantly, and I didn't really want to eat that shot, but I mean, it was kind of a fair trade, and I looked back and suddenly my full HP type was on 700 and it's not looking so good. And now I need to be really rational about how I want to approach this. And one thing I noticed is that I had 6 minutes earlier and I've been using up a lot of my time. I've been using up a lot of my time to try and find these clears, make plays, fight the VK90, fight fight potentially the 268. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to backdoor Paffy right now. I know he's playing the Colors bot. I know he's not gonna leave it. He thinks he's fine because he's got the K91 on the hill. I'm gonna tell him that that's definitely not the case, and I am going to just make something happen. I guess I generally don't like shooting my clanmates, but hey, I mean, if you're gonna give me that, I'll take it. And now I have 53 seconds to look for this K91. And I looked at the damage counter. I see 4,900 damage and I have 4,200. I see that two of my blind shots hit. So interestingly enough, yes, the K91 was blind fire. Maybe the Yag Tiger was. I'm not too sure who I did what to. And now I'm panicking. I have 30 seconds left. I am at a loss as to what to do. I just cleared the hill and I'm gonna come in and I see his K91 and I'm kind of just in a bad spot. So I try to like angle my tank, gotta get around, try to use speed boost, and he's able to hit the third. There just isn't enough time. This K91 is on uh 2 shots left. 400 alpha type just doesn't work. And yeah, uh, not not what we like to see, unfortunately. I do 5,600 here. Unfortunately, it wasn't my mastery. I did try my hardest, but I think this type of video would be good to make. I like teaching tanks as a concept and how to play them, but more importantly than the tanks are the maps. So I want to use this as like a potential opportunity for a series idea. It won't be all the maps. Like I don't plan to teach mines, for example. There's like two things you can do in any given tank. But a map like Castilla, a canal, a rock field, I definitely have a lot of ideas and I want to share these ideas to you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Have a good night and see ya.